Hey guys, Ed over here at FICM Repair. So part of what we do is we just surf the groups and boards and stuff. And so there's a group on Facebook called 6.0 Power Stroke Owners and Enthusiasts, or Enthusiasts and Owners. And somebody said, hey, I came across this tag, and does anybody know anything about it? And this is the Swamps 58-volt FICM. So Swamps has gone out of business a few years ago. Good people down there, but for reasons unbeknownst to us, they offered a 58-volt FICM. And, well, I know the reasons. The reasons are voltage-modified FICMs, even though they're bad. Okay, let me start with that. Get to the point. They're bad. Don't do it. If you have a 58-volt FICM and you want it modified back to 48, we can do that for you for not a lot of money at all. There's an intake form on our site. Find it, print it out, do it, send it in. We'll make it happen. But the reason why people would do a voltage-modified FICM, even though it shortens the coil life on the injectors, arguably, even though it's really hard on the amplifier that is a FICM, is because of better throttle response. So you end up with better throttle response. You end up with it's just a nicer driving experience. But please recognize you can get to this same point and then some with FICM tuning without any of the risk. So you can rent up a FICM tuner from us. Just go to FICMRepair.com. There's a rental option. Right on the home page, there it is, FICM tuning. Get your FICM tuned with no downtime here. So you click the here link right on the home page under the green banner and whatnot, and then you can go ahead and send it in, and we can tune it. And well, actually, not send it. I'm sorry. You can go ahead and we can send you out a tuner. Yeah, this little dude here, this is the page, this is the landing page, and you get this device, and you plug it in your OBD2 port, follow the prompts, and you can try out the EcoTune, the 40, the 80, the 100, and just, get everything that you want without any of the issues. Now, if you're just stubborn and you want to keep your 58 volts up on there, yes, you can run a FICM tune on a voltage modified module too. But nothing in the FICM software in any way increases the likelihood of the FICM's demise, which we cannot say about voltage modified FICMs. Normally when they fail, they do so without warning. In fact, Diesel Tech Ron, rest his soul, on YouTube, he's got videos showing a fully caramelized internal of a FICM, on voltage modified. So Ron wasn't a fan. We're not a fan. Well, Ron was our customer back in the day even. So he decided to become a competitor for a little bit. That's all right. But at any rate, nobody, there's tons of people out there that say, well, I've been ordering my 58-volt FICM for years and haven't had a problem. And I'll tell you, you haven't had a problem until you do have a problem. And so when you do have a problem, it's like you're driving along and it's like somebody cut off the key. And what's that burning smell? That burning smell is called money. So don't do it, right? Please don't do it. We sell injectors. I don't have to sell you anymore. And both Warren and Holders have both come out and said, don't do it. We agree. So they were happy to see them follow that lead from us, I guess, that said don't do it. So they've come out and said don't do it as well. And if you already have one and you want to move back, send it on in. Now, if you go ahead and you take that little inspection cover off, yeah, we're talking about those little screws over here, right? So we're talking about that little screw right there and his little brother over there. And you'll see there are 4 or 7 pins. And there's directions on our site. If you just hop on FICMRepair.com and search on the word test, it'll be, hey, can I test the FICM to ensure it's the culprit? And it talks about using a digital voltmeter to actually put it on the pins very carefully. There's descriptions about that too. We don't want to fry a FICM in this process. It's super easy to do. So follow the directions and you can see what voltage output your FICM is actually doing. And if it is indeed, 58 volts, recognize it might report as 54.5. It might report as 48. If it does report as something more than 50, depending on your software, depending on your monitor, some monitors are limited to only report 50. So if you're in your monitor, if it's just 50, my FICM is 50 volts always. Well, probably you have a voltage modified FICM. But if you ever see it drop low to 49.5, then probably you don't have a voltage modified FICM. But the short answer is nothing in the FICM is rated for that kind of voltage, and certainly your injector coils aren't rated for that kind of voltage either. And so, but what's reported through your ECM could be different depending on who did the voltage modification. So there are any number of ways to do that voltage modification on the reporting side that go ahead and keep it on the down low that the modification was made. But say you have a voltage modified FICM, it's 58 volts, say, or 54 or 52, whatever it is, and there's a problem, and because one of the ways that FICMs fail is that the FICM main power, that 58 volt in this case, drops off, or in stock case it'd be 48 volts, it becomes 47, 46, 45, start having problems and whatever. So one of the reasons why we're not fans of voltage modified modules is they hide their symptoms. So in addition to shortening the life of the injectors, in addition to hitting reliability, they hide their symptoms. So it's like, well, what do you mean? I got 48 volts, I'm good here, I'm good here. 46 volts, I'm good here, I'm good here. But the way that modification works is it's not actually that you have that voltage, and so your truck's running like dog meat. You're pulling your hair out. I've already pulled out a lot of mine, as you can tell, and you find out that the FICM was the problem all along. Cliff Notes version, just don't do it. Don't run a voltage modified FICM. We're not fans, neither should you be. If you've been running it this whole time without an issue, good job being right with God. I can tell you that a voltage modified FICM back in the day left me on the side of the road, and I don't want that to happen to you. FICMRepair.com, we're all in this together. Thank you, guys.